Hello, world, and welcome back to another episode from Beyond the Matrix. My name is Sarah, and today I'm going to be talking about the sun for Sunday. The sun is in Aquarius during this time of year. So, sun sign horoscopes are what people know best about astrology, unfortunately. The sun is the ideal to which we strive. Therefore, it's not always the character or the role that we're playing. It's this seemingly unattainable goalpost. Oftentimes, I find with Sun in Aquarius, this is just an observation that I've made with practicing astrology on other people, is that this Sun in Aquarius, whether it's daughter or son, there is this need to prove to the father that one is capable. And it hits a breaking point where the Aquarius native will go completely the opposite way, where no longer are they trying to prove themselves to the father. They're actually very rebellious against the father's wishes. So keep in mind, this just may be what I've attracted into my field. There are things that make me believe that people that come to me for a reading come to me at a particular time and for a particular reason, and it's almost like our wavelengths kind of match up. Okay, but that gets really woo-woo. So, as I've been doing with the other celestial objects, because the sun is not a planet, even though in astrology it kind of is, I'm going to read from Chris Brennan's Hellenistic Astrology, the study of fate and fortune, first to read about the sun. And so in the writings of Vettius Valens and Anthology, he writes about the sun, Helios, the all-seeing sun, consisting of fiery and intelligent light, the instrument of perception of the soul. In a nativity signifies kingship, authority, mind, intelligence, form, motion, height of fortune, dealings with the gods, judgment, being engaged in public affairs, action, leadership of crowds, father, master, friendship, notable figures, being honored by portraits, statues, and crowns of office, high priests of the fatherland, places. Of the parts of the body, the sun rules the head. Of the sense organs, the right eye. Of the torso, it rules the heart, the life breath or sensory movement, and the nerves. Of substances, it rules gold. Of crops, it rules wheat and barley. He is of the diurnal sect, the color lemon yellow, and bitter in taste. So that's the sun. And again, during this time of year, the sun is in Aquarius. And the sun in Aquarius today, on Sun's Day, is in closest aspect with a trine to Mars. So we've got the sun, yellowish orange glyph at 9 degrees of Aquarius, trine to Mars, which is at 9 degrees of Gemini. Again, trines are harmonious aspects. This is something falling into place, something that was natural, hardly has to put any effort into it. What we're looking at here is that the energies are arising, the archetypes are coming to life. So that's what these aspect lines mean. So we're going to read a little bit about the Sun and Mars together from the Archetypal Universe by Renn Butler. And so he says, Sun Mars, impulses toward dynamic action and assertion, young boldness and courage, physical confidence and strength, centrifugal force. In the shadow, a fierce and hot-headed persona, a rough and insensitive nature, a contentious and competitive spirit, obnoxious directness, extroverted machismo. Sun and Mars are both of the fire element, so it's easy to see how this could naturally get out of hand, the machismo, but also can grant us with confidence and courage. Mars is in Gemini. This is 2 air signs that these planets are located in. So this could be something to do with ideas, innovation, intellect. Now, we can see that the Sun is going to move into aspect with other planets this week. So let's just move ahead. The Sun moves about a degree a day. So that makes it easy to track, easy to keep up with. The Moon, on the other hand, moves like a degree an hour. Well, I think that's actually like nearly correct, but it's not a scientific, well, what about astrology is scientific? But it's not a rule of thumb, but it kind of works out for tracking. So anyway, the Sun moving a degree a day around the wheel. So that means that the Sun is going to be sextile to Chiron, the wounded healer, on Wednesday. This will go exact, the Sun sextile to Chiron. And so there's an opportunity in some sort of wounding, some sort of deep internal wound. And the thing about these wounds from childhood is that we can make them seem insignificant because it's no longer something that would upset us. But sometimes use that frame of thinking and understand how one small thing that happened to you in childhood can have a big ripple effect in your adult life. Because if we're not taking into deep consideration the subconscious mind, then that information never comes to light. So you can think of the Sun shining a light on a deep childhood wound here. And there's an opportunity for healing. There's an opportunity for exposure, an opportunity to overreact because it's in the sign of Aries where Chiron is. And so with Chiron and Aries, there is a fiery desire to express oneself and one's individuality. And being that the Sun's in Aquarius, the opportunity might be, I'm a very strange person because Aquarius is this oddball and I'm expressing myself in this way that's very authentic to me. And maybe that provides some healing. So that's the Sun and Chiron sextile. And then after a couple of days, on Friday, the Sun will square Uranus in Taurus. So squares are of the nature of Mars. It's 2 planets, in this case, the Sun and Uranus, that are working towards a goal, maybe 2 different goals, maybe the same goal, but just going about it in different ways and not appreciating how the other one wants to work with this or find a solution. And in fact, if we're looking to modern astrology that has Uranus as the ruler of Aquarius, then we can think about this as the Sun is in a conflict with Uranus while he's in Uranus's house. Let's see what Renn Butler has to say about Sun and Uranus. A heightened sense of freedom and autonomy, individuation and independence, unique opportunities for creative self-expression, unexpected breakthroughs and awakenings, the brilliant light of rebirth. In the shadow, manic self-celebration, willful and erratic behavior, excessive urges for independence, an inability to cooperate or compromise with others. I could be all about myself and just go off on my own and go and be creative without all of this dead weight holding me back. Or this rebirth, the potential to be explosive with our self-expression. I need people to finally hear me. I'm tired of being ignored. Or seeing the opportunity to be exploratory and expressive and creative with the way that one is attracting in frequencies. By the time we meet again next Sunday for the full moon in Leo. But anytime there's a full moon, it's an opposition between the sun and the moon. And this time it looks like it'll be happening at 16 degrees on the 5th of February. A full moon is a time of letting go of things that no longer serve us. It's a time of pruning, of shedding things away. It's when the moon is fully illuminated by the sun and reflecting the light of the sun. And if the sun is the ideal to which we strive, and the moon is the environment within which the plot is carried out, this is that moment where we take off the glasses. We take off the glasses and we look at the frames that we're looking through and we see, is it dirty? Is it clean? So that we can put the glasses back on. So I hope that this has been helpful. And again, I'll be back tomorrow to talk about the full moon that we have coming up and more on the moon's transits. So I'll see you then.